Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and I'm here for the final video of 2021, and that is actually crazy to think because I started this channel earlier this year, so I'm here for best albums of 2004, so this list is going to be shorter than my previous list videos that were similar to this, but as usual, though, I will have honorable mentions in the description of this video once I go to upload it to the channel. So with that being said, let's go and get started this list video for best albums of 2004. So up first is going to be Tempo of the Damned by the thrash metal band Exodus. Honestly, haven't heard all of it, but still figured I'd include it on the list still since I've heard maybe a few or so songs off of it here and there. So yeah, I really like this album though, so definitely need to check it out though in full one of these days, because I got a lot of catching up to do when it comes to this album, if I'd be quite honest here. However though, I still want it on the list since I know a few or so songs. So yeah, Exodus and their album Tempo of the Damned. So next in the list is going to be Archetype by Fear Factory. This is a very underrated album. Some people just hate this album. They say it sucks, this and that, but I totally disagree with that because I think it's a great album and I think it's one of their best. It's a really heavy album, just a really great album as well. So yeah, I don't get the hate for this album at all, but however, I still respect people's opinions if they don't like the album. But my personal taste, I think it's one of their best albums, easily top 3. So yeah, Archetype by Fear Factory. Great album. And I know it didn't include Dino on this album, but however, minus that, still a really good album from Fear Factory. So yeah, their album Archetype makes the list. So the next album in the list is going to be a rap album, and it is Fired Up by the rap group Cottonmouth Kings. Yeah, I really like the title track of this album and some other songs. So yeah, Fired Up by Cottonmouth Kings had to make the list. Good stuff from everything I've heard from the album so far. So yeah, Fired Up by Cottonmouth Kings makes the list. So next is going to be Through the Ashes of Empires by Machine Head. I think this was originally released in like 2003. I don't really know. But in North America and United States, it was released in 2004. So for that reason, it makes the list since I live in the United States. So yeah, Machine Head's album Through the Ashes of Empires is a really good album from the songs that I've got to hear from it. So since I'm a big fan of this band, I figured I'd include the album on here, minus not hearing it all. So yeah, Through the Ashes of Empires by Machine Head. So up next in the list is going to be The End of Heartache by Killswitch Engage. This is one of some albums that are making the list that I have on CD, so now I'll be able to read off some track listings for some of these albums. So with The End of Heartache, this was their second album with Howard Jones on vocals. I think this is their best album with him on vocals, in my opinion. But yeah, with this album you have songs like Take This Oath, When Darkness Falls, Rose of Sharon, the title track End of Heartache, which was one of the first songs that I got to hear from this band, and it made me a fan of the band, so it's definitely a great song. Declaration was really good. Hope Is, some others. So yeah, The End of Heartache by Killswitch Engage. Definitely a really great album, and I think it is one of the best albums for sure, and my favorite with Howard Jones on vocals. So next is going to be Under My Skin by Avril Lavigne. This is my favorite Avril Lavigne album. I really love this album. Has a lot of amazing songs, such as Take Me Away, Together, Don't Tell Me, How Does It Feel, My Happy Ending, Nobody's Home, Forgotten, Who Knows, Fall to Pieces, Freak Out, Slipped Away. Those are majority of the songs on the album. So yeah, Avril Lavigne, Under My Skin. This album easily makes the list because I love this album. It's amazing. Definitely her best album in my opinion, and a lot of her fans would agree with me on that. So next is going to be Volume 3, The Subliminal Verses by Slipknot. Big fan of Slipknot, great band. I think this album is more mainstream, but still definitely a very good album though from these guys. You have songs like The Blister Exists, 3-0, Duality, which is one of Slipknot's most well-known songs. Still a good song though. Circle, Vermilion, Pulse of the Maggots, Before I Forget, Vermilion Part 2, The Nameless, Danger Keep Away, and some others. So, Slipknot in their album Volume 3, Subliminal Verses. Honestly, it is my least favorite Slipknot album these days, but still definitely a good album still, so I had to put it on here. So next is going to be Inferno by Motorhead. Rest in peace, Lemmy. You're definitely missed, definitely a legend. So yeah, Inferno. This is definitely a very good album from these legends, Motorhead. It's a really great album, and I really like the album cover. I think it's one of their best album covers, in my opinion. So yeah, with this album you have songs like Killers, In the Name of Tragedy, Suicide, Life's a Bitch, In the Black, In the Year of the Wolf, Keys to the Kingdom, and some others. So Motorhead in their album Inferno. Definitely good stuff. So next is going to be the self-titled debut album from the singer JoJo. And like I said before in previous videos where I mentioned this album, she was only 13 years old on this album, and it's definitely crazy to think that because she was so young and only a teenager. But she shows that she definitely had the talent that young. So, yeah, with this album you have songs like Baby It's You, Not That Kind of Girl, The Happy Song, City Lights, her debut single, Leave Get Out, Use My Shoulder, Weak, which is a cover. Actually didn't know it was a cover until I was looking up this album one time on Wikipedia, so it's pretty cool. Definitely a great cover though. Keep On Keeping On was great. Sunshine and Fairy Tales and some others. So yeah, self-titled album by JoJo. Definitely an amazing album. So next is going to be We Are Not Alone by Breaking Benjamin. I don't have this album on CD, so I won't be able to really say much about it, but still definitely a good album. A lot of people say it's their worst album or one of their weaker albums, but I actually wouldn't know that because I haven't heard the whole thing. I just heard some songs here and there. So, yeah, by what I've heard from it though, I think it's a good album. But if people don't like it that much, then I respect their opinions. So yeah, We Are Not Alone makes the list because I did hear a little bit of songs from the album. So next is going to be M.I.A.M.I. by Pitbull, which stands for Money Is a Major Issue. This is his debut album. This is one of his few or so actual rap albums before he turned into pop rap in the 2010s. So yeah, Money Is a Major Issue is definitely a great album. Got a lot of awesome songs like 305 Anthem featuring Lil Jon. Damn It Man was awesome. She's Freaky was pretty good. Among the other songs that I got to hear from it. So definitely a good album from the rapper Pitbull. So if you like rap and hip hop, definitely check out this album because it's definitely one of his best. So next is going to be Ashes of the Wake by Lamb of God, another album I have on CD. So with this album you have songs like Laid to Rest, which is one of Lamb of God's biggest songs and one of their most well-known songs, but for a good reason though, because it's a really good song. Definitely a classic in their discography. Hourglass was good. Now You've Got Something to Die For. Murder, Blood of the Scribe. One Gun. What I've Become was a great song, and Remorse is for the Dead. some other songs. So, Lamb of God and their album Ashes of the Wake, and this is actually my favorite Lamb of God album. Definitely a good album. I really enjoyed it all the way through, each time I've heard it. So yeah, definitely an amazing album for sure. So next it is going to be another album I have on CD, and it is Master of the Moon by the band Dio. Rest in peace, Ronnie James Dio. Definitely a legend when it comes to heavy metal music. So this is the band's final studio album, but I still think they ended with a great album, though. You have songs like Master of the Moon, which is the title track. Then of the World, Shivers, The Man Who Would Be King, which is one of my favorite Dio songs in general. Just an amazing song. The Eyes, Living the Lie, and Dreams, and some others. So, Master of the Moon by the band Dio, definitely a great album. Next is going to be The System Has Failed by Megadeth. I don't have this on CD, but however, I still think it's a good album though. So, This System Has Failed by Megadeth makes my list because I'm a big fan of this band. I did hear this album in full like once or twice, but it's been a long time, so I don't really be able to remember much about it, but I still like the album though. I don't think it's one of their best, but I still like the album though. I just can't really get into much of Dave Mustaine's vocals on some songs, but however, I still think it's a good album. So next is going to be American Idiot by Green Day. This is one of the best and greatest pop punk albums of all time. Many people that are fans of Green Day and pop punk in general definitely agree with me when I say that. So yeah, with this album we have songs like the title track American Idiot, Jesus of Suburbia, Holiday, Boulevard of Broken Dreams, Saint Jimmy, She's a Rebel, Wake Me Up When September Ends, and some others. So yeah, American Idiot by Green Day, definitely a great album. It's actually my favorite Green Day album, definitely great stuff. So next is going to be Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. I know this album was released in the United States in 2005, but in I think other countries it was released in 2004, so for that reason it makes the list, regardless of me living in the United States. So yeah, it was originally released in 2004. Definitely a great album though from everything I've heard from it. Got songs like the title track Written, which is one of her most well-known songs, but for good reason. Definitely an amazing song. It's more towards the R&B stuff, but definitely a great song though, because I am a big fan of R&B music. So yeah, the title track was great. I Bruise Easily was a great song as well. Just to name a couple songs, you know. So yeah, Unwritten, Natasha Bedingfield. And I definitely can't wait to get this on CD because I'm a big fan of Natasha. She's definitely a great singer. So yeah, Unwritten by Natasha Bedingfield. So next is going to be Love Angel Music Baby by Gwen Stefani. Honestly, I'm not a big fan of the whole album, but however, I like some songs on it though. So for that reason, it makes this list. So yeah, with this album you have songs like What You Waiting For, Rich Girl featuring Eve, Hollaback Girl, Cool, Luxurious, and Crash. Those are just the only songs I like from the album. So yeah, Love Angel Music Baby by Gwen Stefani. Still a good album though, not bad at all, just has some filler tracks. But however, still a good album though. So next is going to be Encore by Eminem. I know I might get hate for having this on here because a lot of people say this is one of Eminem's worst albums, but I'm not going to disagree with that at all because it does have some filler tracks here and there. But I don't think it's a bad album though, because it does have some good songs like Mockingbird, Just Lose It, like Toy Soldiers, Puke, Evil Deeds, just to name some songs that I like. So yeah, Encore by Eminem makes the list. Not a bad album, just has filler tracks. So yeah, Encore by Eminem makes the list. So next is going to be Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson. Of course, this album makes the list. I really like this album a lot. In my opinion, I think it's Kelly's best album. So yeah, Breakaway, the title track, is one of the songs on the album, which was originally by Avril Lavigne because Avril was one of the songwriters of the title track, but she ended up giving the song to Kelly Clarkson. But you can check out a demo version from Avril Lavigne on YouTube, in which I personally like Avril's recording more than Kelly's, but however, Kelly's was still good. Also have songs like Since You've Been Gone, Behind These Hazel Eyes, Because of You, the original version of Because of You. Addicted was really good. Walk Away was a great song. So yeah, definitely lots of great material on Breakaway by Kelly Clarkson. Great album. So next is going to be Hot Fuss by The Killers. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan of The Killers, but I didn't mind any of the songs that I've heard from this album. So yeah, Hot Fuss makes the list. I really like the songs I've heard from this, like Mr. Brightside, just to name a song. Somebody Told Me was another good song on this album. So yeah, I'll definitely be glad to try to get more into this band though, because I really like the stuff that I've heard from Hot Fuss. So yeah, The Killers and their album Hot Fuss makes the list. So yeah guys, one more album makes the list. So the final album in the list is going to be Finally Famous by the rapper Lil Wayne. Honestly, this is another album that I didn't get to hear in full because honestly there's not really a full upload of this album anywhere on the internet, unless you just go by playlist, of course. That'd be the only way, but I really don't like doing that. But yeah, I've heard maybe about 3 or 4 songs from this album out of like 20 songs or however many songs is on the album. So honestly, I got a lot of catching up to do with this album. But however, based upon hearing 3 or 4 tracks, still thought I'd include it on here because Lil Wayne is one of my favorite rappers. So yeah, Finally Famous makes the list. So yeah guys, this is going to be my list for best albums of 2004. Like I said, I will have some honorable mentions in the description of this video once it gets uploaded to the channel. So yeah guys, this is the final video of 2021, and I'll see you guys in 2022. Happy New Year's to you guys, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.